Hi, everyone. This is Peggy Rometo, and this is the Weekly Wake Up. So my apologies. I am only on audio this week. I'm in Tokyo, and sadly, my editing skills are not great. And so you don't get a video, you just get my audio, and hopefully you'll be able to feel the information instead of just seeing it. And, sometimes it's good to change it up because it forces us to utilize different senses. So without being able to visualize things, you may be able to just feel it in your body maybe a little bit more this week with the Weekly Wake Up. So we start every week by slowing down, going into the heart, using the imagination, and then just opening up that space with beautiful white light, using our imagination to drop down into the center of the earth. And then we draw 3 breaths up, imagining white light up through the body, up to the top of the head, and then all the way back down to the center of the earth, and we do that 3 times. And remember, we're doing this to challenge our focus, to be able to get the intuitive senses alive and alert, right? Like forcing the white light with our imagination is creating the clairvoyance. Being able to feel it awakens the clairsentience. Being able to use that imagination is the doorway to which we receive all intuitive information. It's that part of the brain to access. So everything that I do is for a purpose. It's not just woo-woo, right? There's actually things that are happening in the brain that will allow us to perceive information. So this is why we put this into practice, and hopefully you're trying it every single day, and sometimes maybe even twice a day. The more you get comfortable with being able to what we call drop into the space, you're just able to do that anytime, any place, and start to learn to listen from that deeper, more intuitive knowing. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start. And then as I get into it, I'm just going to start to talk, and then you can feel your way through it. Does that feel right to me? Does it not? Is there something off? Is there more? And then pay attention to the pictures that maybe pop into your mind, or the stories that will unfold, or the memories that come up. Once we start, it's everything that shows up in the intuitive space is now part of the answer, okay? So it's not just random stuff like, why did I think about that? It's because it's all part of the answer. It is a clue. So just want you to make notes and pay attention for yourself, because this is how you strengthen your own ability. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and close our eyes, go into our heart, exhale, and then we're going to take those 3 long breaths in and out, and then we'll begin. Okay, so, well, for some people, this may be a little bit of an uncomfortable week, and I say that because you may, as Mercury now is direct, and as Mars starts to go to direct, things are coming out in the open. Things are starting to happen. For some of us, that means that you may see something or about yourself, or discover something that you thought was done that isn't done, or a secret may be revealed that may piss you off, right? So there's information that's coming out that you couldn't see or wasn't available to you over the last several weeks or several months that you're now going to hear about. It could also be mistakes. It could be like, you paid for something and it got credited somewhere else, or a bill came and you didn't know about it and now you're being charged extra, right? For some of us, it will be around money. Others, it will be around relationship issues. It could be that maybe you've already just recently are dealing with a shock of someone moving, or someone asking for a divorce, or sadly for someone passing that you may have loved, or being recently diagnosed with something. Sometimes secrets are good things that can come out, right? We can sometimes, diagnosis can come out, right? When maybe you thought everything was fine and now you're being shown something else is going on with the body. So it doesn't always mean that it's a bad thing. Sometimes things do need to be revealed so that we can take action, so we can make the change. It may be that somebody's telling you you're not doing a good job at work and you need to get with it and figure it out. Well, that's a better thing than being fired, right? So whatever comes at us this week that is a surprise or new information or something we were unexpected, what there is to do is just to embrace it, right? Not to get upset with it, not to push it away, not to judge it, but just to embrace it and do what we can with it in the moment. If we do that, if we don't react, it gives us more availability. It gives us more power to be able to move through it faster and to be able to get on the other side of it. And it also gives us more of an ability when we can be neutral to be able to problem solve, so that intuitive kick can come in and give us the hit that we need in order to make the difference. Okay? So that's one thing. Just unexpected things, unexpected things that you thought was resolved isn't resolved. It could even be a conversation where you thought, oh, wow, I thought I had already handled this with my son or my daughter or my partner, and instead now they're still holding a grudge, right? Or something you thought was buried and they're coming back at it, again to beat you up, right? So whatever it is, it's not that big a deal. The thing is, it's in the space, meaning it will show up this week, or it could potentially show up for some of us. And I don't want you to fight it. I don't want you to get upset. I don't want you to get anxious, because that's not going to support you. All there is to do is to recognize it and then fix it, right? Do what we can to change it, to be present to it, and to alter it. Okay. So let's see what else is in store for us this week. So for some, it's not going to be a bad thing, but be really a good thing. It could be, for some of you, you could discover that you have won something, or that you've been just gifted an award, or that you have been chosen to do something, or that your work career has just been extended, or an offer or a job placement is coming through. And it could be suddenly, wow, we want you, we've chosen you, and now can you move to Europe for 6 months, right? Like, crazy big things can happen out of the blue. If you've been pushing things like books or yourself or articles, or been on a career path that has to do with the media, there could be suddenly a lot of media exposure for you. So there could be a lot of things in different realms that you haven't thought about that could come in this week potentially for you. So just be aware that this is happening, and it's happening globally, meaning it's just not in your backyard. So these things that can be revealed can catapult you, not just in your firm, but outside, right? So bigger. So they're showing me like a global view. So just know that the things that can come up for you this week are really big and really positive. So for some of you, there will be an expansion of your career and a beautiful timing for you. And and even when good things happen, we can sometimes get anxious about it. Just don't worry about it. You just want to walk from the place of trust that, wow, this is happening perfectly and divine timing, and all my needs are met. Use those beautiful mantras to support you and to focus your vision and your thoughts, so that you're bringing the reality and creating the reality that you want, as opposed to like, oh my God, this amazing thing happened, but how am I going to do it? Don't go there. You'll figure it out. It'll just happen, right? So just want you to be grounded within that expansion that's available here for you. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else in store for us this week that we need to be aware of. Yeah, don't get down on yourself on the small stuff, on little idiosyncrasies. We can all find things wrong with ourselves, and then sometimes they stand out, and we just pick and pick and pick and pick and get so frustrated with ourselves. This could be one of those weeks, too, where we kind of get really myopic, and we see one little thing that we don't like about ourselves, or that we wish we would have handled differently, and just don't know how to let it go. So, forgiveness is big this week. Make sure that if you do something like that and you can't get rid of it, or you can't get around it, call somebody. Call a friend and chat with them about it and say, God, I feel horrible about this. I can't believe that fell out of my mouth. Of all things, like, why would I say that, right? So it's whatever it is for you. If that happens to you, just be kind to yourself, let it go. And if you can't, talk to somebody who's going to, really see the love that you have and will help you through it too. Okay. All right. Any last thing that you need to know about this week? This is also a week of stabilizing and forging ahead, new energy, new stability, new creativity. And so I'm being shown this really beautiful almost like the ground coming up to meet you and pushing everything aside like a trough. So you cannot screw it up, okay? So we're walking forward, and it's just like, it reminds me of a plowed field, right? And a plowed field is, speaking from my farmer's daughter's reference, is a field that's ready to go for seeds to be planted, to move ahead. And just this beautiful field that has been plowed and ready to go, and it's creating this direct line, rich, fertile earth. You know where to go. You know exactly what you're doing. So this is the direction that we're now moving into. A real deep sense of satisfaction can happen for us all, and it's really about self-promotion, self-love, trusting the self, trusting your ability to know who you are and to know that you're here for the right reason. And when we work from that point of view, that, listen, this is not about me promoting me, and this is not about me wanting this for myself, right? It's about, wait, what difference is that going to make in the world? By you doing what your gift is, by you sharing who you are in the world, you're going to make a difference for somebody else. So you can't get all caught up in the embarrassment or the ickiness of, so many people, at least in my generation, feel really uncomfortable with the social media, right? And it's just awkward, and it's not who we were raised to be, unlike, right, Generation X and everybody else who just lives their life out loud, as I call it. Everything is out there. So there can be an uncomfortability for a lot of us in us putting our beliefs out there, our ideas out there, or sharing, what you do in business, or self-promotion, or whatever you want to call it. But when you look at the end game, why you're here, why are you doing what you're doing, and you look at the benefits that those people get, and you really speak to the benefits, it takes away the anxiousness. It takes away your, oh, God, I'm not worthy, or what are people going to say, or that judgment, or ick, people are going to judge me. You know what? If you're not being judged, you're not playing big enough in the world. That's how I got to view it. That's how you need to view it. If somebody's not like pointing at you saying, sit down, right, then you got to stand up for somebody to point at you to say, sit down, right? So you need to be seen in the world. And this is the week for you just to do what you need to do, right? Whatever that is. So just love yourself, embrace yourself, be present. When we're present, we're not in our head. We are not thinking about how to create this moment. We're not trying, right? Because trying means that's the ego that's getting in the way. When we're just allowing ourselves to be present, be in the flow, and we have a vision for ourselves of where we want to go, what we want to create and generate for the gifts that we have, and to be the best self in the world that we can be, when we're in that space, all we're doing is being present. And we're working our best self, and we're being as great as we can be in those moments. And when you guys are living that part of life, it will shift people around you. It will create an opening that wasn't there previously. So this is what's available for us this week, you guys. A really beautiful expansion happening for everybody. All you have to do is step into it, allow it, believe in yourself, trust yourself. And you know what? You make a mistake, smile, and go, wow, let me try that again. Okay? All right, love you guys. I look forward to connecting with you next week. Say a little prayer for me. I'm here with the Find Me group. It's called findmegroup.org, and I've been a member for the last 15 years, and we do search and rescues for missing people, and it's a nonprofit organization, and so we're here in Japan looking for a cold case of a girl who's been missing for 18 years. So love and prayers to the family today. I'm going to go meet with them today, and so if you would send some prayers to them, because I'm sure it's going to stir up some old pain for them, and wish us luck that we can bring some closure to them. I appreciate the prayers, and look forward to talking to you all soon. Lots of love. As always, please share and comment below, and have a tremendous, fulfilling week, everybody. Love you. Bye.